At the hospital, they found that DaKota had bruises all over her body. She had many broken bones in her arms, her shoulder. She had, burns on her hands, feet, one on her ear, and ultimately, shortly before her death, the one that proved to be the fatal injury was the severe head trauma. But where you have a head injury, such as you do in this case, the evidence will be from the experts involved, medical doctors and the pathologist, that the child would show immediate signs of obvious physical distress after the infliction of the injury. She wouldn't be up walking around. She wouldn't be eating dinner. She wouldn't be talking, as they explained. It would be a very immediate and catastrophic reaction.
The judge seemed to be very affected, by the testimony enough to immediately, alter the conditions of bond to full cash. Right. You had been asking for more at the bond hearing, but now it's a full cash component. How did that make you feel?
Well, I was hoping that might happen, and again, this case, the injuries are just so serious. One thing that the judge can take into the account is the likelihood of them being a flight risk, and that, of course, depends upon somewhat the likelihood of success in the prosecution of the case. And I think that was hopefully brought home today. So, the testimony from the parents of Summer and step-parents was that she had been a good mother up until the time she started dating Chrisopher Knapp, and that was in, I believe it was in August, and the first injuries were noted by the relatives in November. So within a relatively short period of time.
Which included what? Burns, bruises?
Yes, it included burns, bruises, broken bones.
As far as the actual act of abuse, is it believed that both of them were involved with it, or one more than the other? Or?
The fatal head injury, it is believed that was Chrisopher Knapp.
Where did the burns come from? I heard the crock pot. What do you all, in the testimony, what you all?
Well, we don't have any way of knowing for sure because there were no witnesses to it, as there often is not. People generally don't commit these kinds of horrific acts in front of witnesses. All we know is that the child had the burns on her hands. We know the explanation that was given was that she touched a crock pot. Well, quite clearly, if you touch a hot crock pot, what are you going to do? You're going to pull your hand away. You're not going to leave it there. I mean, we could hypothesize, did she touch a crock pot and somebody hold the hand there? We don't know. Certainly that's not anything we have to prove. That's just speculation.